Listen, it's quite simple. Press the free like button if you think we are going to hear voices in our heads at Survivor Series War Games, or we are going to see a cult of personality in Chicago at Survivor Series War Games. It's one of those two. We are getting one of those options at War Games. Because when it comes to Triple H, he likes to give people what they want. That was not Vince McMahon. Triple H likes to hear the voices of the audience. He likes to read the room. He does not like to piss people off when it comes to his fan base and that audience. When they want somebody to show up, guess what? They always show up when it comes to how Triple H runs things. Listen, he knows where he's at. He knows if Randy Orton or CM Punk don't show up, that's going to make him look bad as a booker. Oh yeah, for the record, when it comes to the jobber and the devil mask for All Elite Wrestling, most likely it will end up being Jack Perry. Please, man, please don't bring up CM Punk as the guy in the fucking devil mask. You gotta be the biggest mark in the world to even think that. He's done with that company. What part of that don't you understand? Let me repeat. Phil Brooks is done with your shit company. Just live with it. Let him move on with his life. Let him move on to the World Wrestling Federation where he belongs, where he's coming back to. Like, bruh, leave him alone, right? You got Edge. You got washed up Edge. Okay, just live with it, bruh. Shit. You got, just live with washed up Adam Copeland. That's all. You made your bed, you gotta fucking lie in it. CM Punk is gone. At the end of the day, Triple H wants to be better and greater than Tony Khan, man. So by doing that, bro, you gotta give the people what they want. We in Chicago, bitch. That's the only place where CM Punk is tolerated. It's either CM Punk or you gotta give us Randy fucking Orton. Those are your only two options. And I saw that Drew Mack turned heel, and most likely he will side with Dame Priest and the Judgment Day, as I predicted he would in terms of I knew that dude was going to be added to the War Games match to make it a 5-on-5. But now it's 5-on-4, most likely. Like I said, if you want to draw some money, if you want to draw some big ass headlines, bruh, Triple H, you have to have CM Punk on War Games. He has to be on Team Cody Rhodes, or Randy Orton has to be on Team Cody Rhodes. That's the only thing that we care about when it comes to War Games. Who is going to be that fifth member? Dude, I've said this for the past 2 months. I have literally said this for the past 2 months that Team Cody Rhodes was going to have 5 members. Who was going to be that fifth member? I was the first and only guy to call this out. That I knew it was going to be a 5-on-5. That's what makes me one of the best who talks about wrestling. I always tell you what's going to happen in the near future. Not now, but in the near future. I told you Drew Mack was going to side with Dame Priest and Rhea Ripley and his team. But if it was up to me, I would have CM Punk on Team Cody Rhodes over Orton. Based on the location. You have to read the room. You have to book CM Punk at Chicago at War Games. What's the fucking harm? It's like, man, Triple H is going to have egg all over his fucking face if we don't see Orton or CM Punk in Chicago. He needs to book one of those dudes. That's all we care about. Who is going to be the mystery fifth member of Team Cody Rhodes? So, I feel like, man, this has the potential to be arguably the biggest Survivor Series matchup of all time. If we add a random CM Punk out of nowhere or Randy Orton, bro, this is going to be the biggest Survivor Series of all time. If we see the return of CM Punk on Team Cody Rhodes at War Games, it's like nothing will top that. Listen, Tony Khan, man, will never be able to top that. A returning CM Punk on Team Cody Rhodes, that is fucking irony. Look, Triple H has to do it. He has to do that. 2 guys that Tony Khan, man, released on the same team for the World Wrestling Federation at War Games in Chicago. That's crazy, right? So, CM Punk, he returns to fake pro wrestling after 7 years in the same city, Chicago, for All Elite Wrestling. Then, 2 years later, he returns back to fake wrestling for the World Wrestling Federation in Chicago to spite Tony Khan, man, and he might be on Team Cody Rhodes, the two men that All Elite Wrestling turned on and got rid of. Come on, man. That's like, man, that is a great script. I'm like, bruh, I'm not that good to write that kind of script. Look, Triple H has to pull this off. But they have been dropping hints about the arrival of CM Punk for the past couple of weeks. I actually made a short video. I saw Drew Mack backstage talking to Rhea Ripley. And I told people, this whole Seth Rollins and Drew Mack storyline, it sounds very similar to the Shield in the CM Punk storyline, right? Back when CM Punk was trying to deny that he was a part of the Shield or they were on his payroll. Well, this is the same thing with Drew Mack and the Judgment Day. Same thing. Drew Mack don't want to tell people that he's down with that group, just like CM Punk with the fucking Shield. So this is a small little callback to what CM Punk and the Shield were doing. So it just makes sense for CM Punk to be on Team Cody fucking Rhodes. Like I said, this is going to be the biggest Survivor Series of all times, ever since 1987. The first ever Survivor Series. I feel like this will be the best show since that show, which was, look, back in 1987. Man, I got that video on fucking VHS. That was the greatest Survivor Series of all time, man. That show got me into fake pro wrestling. But to get back to this show, man, I can't wait. Who will we get? Will Triple H book Randy Orton or CM Punk? Because I'm hearing that Orton is back in the PC training. But at the same time, I'm hearing strong rumors about CM Punk being on Team Cody fucking Rhodes. Like I said, I would choose CM Punk over Orton for that big ass pop in Chicago. It just makes sense, man. It just makes sense for Triple H to do something like that. But listen, this is going to be the greatest Survivor Series of all time. Because now, man, we finally got a heel Drew Mack. I always felt like a heel Drew Mack was always needed. He's a better heel than a good guy. He was booked like shit as a good guy. He is a better heel. He is better when he is the Scottish psychopath. That is his best character, when he is a dickhead heel. So listen, this is going to be a great War Games match. And it's crazy because, listen, I heard that Roman Reigns will not be at the show, but it's still sold out. So how the fuck you gonna tell me this guy is a fucking draw? Let this sink in for a tiny bit second, right? This is what I heard. This is what I read about Roman Reigns, because he is a fucking lame. He has only wrestled 11 times this year. That is insane in the fucking membrane. Brock Lesnar didn't put up those numbers. Shit. When Brock was with Paul Heyman, he didn't put up those numbers. That is insane. He has only wrestled 11 times this year. But, hey, what do I know, right? I said that Cody Rhodes should have beaten him. But you marks were saying Roman was right to beat him. Okay, why? Look where we're at. Roman ain't drawing shit. We are still selling out shows without Roman Reigns on a fucking show. So what is he doing for that title? You see, this is why I'm the best of the best. I don't tell lies. I don't fucking troll. Like, imagine a troll telling me that I troll. Okay. All right. How about this, bitch? I was the only guy on this platform that had the balls, the fucking guts, to tell people that Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes was going to end up being friends at the end of their feud. Versus all of your favorite Smart Mark podcasts that don't know shit about wrestling, that were telling you this was a shit feud. Why are they beefing? Why are they fighting? But I will tell you, bro, Brock was training Cody Rhodes to be ready for Roman Reigns next year. That's what I said. And guess what? That was factual. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes turned out to be friends at the end of their feud, as I predicted in my video, the moment Brock turned on Cody Rhodes. But where is my fucking credit for that? So how am I a fucking troll if I give you facts on facts? No, bitch. A fucking troll is a guy that's in fucking denial, that don't believe what he says. That's a fucking troll, you fucking bitch. Did not say that Cody Rhodes is going to be the guy to beat Roman Reigns. Was I wrong? No, that's facts. He's going to beat him. When am I ever wrong? Oh yeah, I got more. Let's talk about Trick Money Williams. I told you, that guy is going to be a fucking star. He's better than Melo. I said that 6-8 months ago. Now look where he's at. I said the higher ups love his potential more than Melo. Was I wrong? No. I also said that Brian Pillman Jr. was going to sign with NXT, and he did. Then I said Brian Pillman Jr. will become his father. He slowly is going to become his father. That's his gimmick. That's his character. His character is, he is in denial of his father, but he will turn into his father without him knowing, which means he is Two-Face. His loose cannon side will eventually take over his whole entire body and his whole entire character, which is happening right now as we speak. His loose cannon side is showing, but he is in denial. Was I wrong? No, bitch, because I know more than you. So, to go back to CM Junk, listen, CM Junk should be on Team Cody Rhodes more than Randy Orton. Okay, I'm done.